Hi, it's your $2 Tuesday movie critic here today, and I'm going to be reviewing another soundtrack. Now, this soundtrack is not for a movie this time. For those of you that may or may not know, this is the 20-year anniversary for the television show Touched by an Angel. Now, this show came out back in 1994. That's when it debuted. And this was like one of the most popular shows back then. It was on CBS, and it ran for 9 years. And it starred Roma Downey and Della Reese. As you can see, the two ladies right there on the front of the cover. This soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. It's so inspirational. All it has is inspirational songs. There are 16 songs on here, and I'm not going to go over every one of them, but you should get it. I'm just telling you now because it's just absolutely wonderful. And if you ever want to have a CD that's just full of inspiring songs that make your day go by faster, make you want to tap your feet or do a little dance, this is the CD to get. It has a couple of ballads on here. It has some very upbeat, inspirational songs, and it's just very beautiful. So I'm going to go over like 6 of the songs, and like I said, they're all great. There's some of the great singers that are doing these songs. You have Celine Dion and The New Nation, the Kinleys, Bob Dylan, Amanda Marshall, Sean Colvin, Amy Grant, Martina McBride, Faith Hill, just to name a few. And these are like some, and I'm sure some of you recognize a lot of those names because they're just that great. So, but today what I wanted to do was go over 6 of the songs. The first song, of course, is a theme song, I Will Walk With You. Now this one is the song that Della Reese always does at the beginning of the show. This is on the CD is an extended version of the song, and she sings it with the Verity All-Stars. When you walk down the road, heavy burdens, heavy load, I will rise. Okay, let me stop because I'm terrible. And I can't do it like Della Reese. It is a beautiful song. So, of course, I had to talk about that one. And Della Reese still does the song in just great beauty. It's just a beautiful song. I honestly don't have a lot of favorites on this song because every time I hear it, I listen to it over and over again. And each time I hear it, my favorite changes. So, but these are some of the songs that I want to go over that you may not know the artist, or you may, but the songs are so special, and I picked them out just for that reason, for different reasons. But all the songs are great once again. The first one is track number 3, You Will Love, and this is done by Wynonna. Now Wynonna, as most people know, is like a famous country singer, and she used to be in a duet or duo band with her mom Naomi, and they were the Judds. And now Wynonna has been a single solo artist for a pretty long time now, and Wynonna can just flat out sing. She has this deep soulful voice where she can sing any genre song pretty much, but she mainly sings country. And the song You Will Love is just so beautiful. You were loved by someone, touched by someone, held by someone, meant something to someone. Beautiful, beautiful. Of course, Wynonna's version is beautiful. I was just showing you a little of the melody. But it's just one of those songs, and I think that just listening to it, it's like one of those songs that like a mom would sing to her kids, or you know, a parent would sing to their kids. You know, furry 4-legged babies are the two-legged skinnies. Okay, some people may get that, some may not. Anyway, that's just one of those songs. The next song is track number 5, Color Everywhere, and that's done by Deana Carter. Now, Deana Carter is another famous country singer, and a lot of people know her from one of her most famous singles, Strawberry Wine. And the colors everywhere. When I heard this song, it made me think of someone's wedding, you know, it's the bride's walking down and she has all these flowers and stuff of multicolors, and all the bridesmaids have all kinds of colors, because it's just that type of song. What it's saying basically is, when you came into my life, before you came into my life, things were black and white and grim and all that, but once you came into my life, there's color everywhere. Now this could have many different meanings. It could be for a person meeting the love of their life. It could be for, you know, God coming into someone's life. It can be, you know, someone having a child. So it could be different things, you know, or meeting the best furry four-legged baby you've ever met, and, you know, you guys just click. So Colors Everywhere is just one of those songs. It's just basically about someone that didn't have everything they wanted, or didn't know what they were missing until they met that person, and they have color everywhere now because it's just to be more beautiful. Not that it was bad before, but it's even more beautiful now. Okay, track number 9, Independence Day. Now this is done by pop singer Imani Coppola, and she's also a very famous violinist. And she's famous for the song Legend of a Cowgirl that she did back in 1997. I have to say, I've never heard of Imani Coppola until I heard this CD. So she's someone I hadn't heard of, and I went back and looked at her stuff on YouTube. She has a couple of videos, and then she has some stuff on iTunes as well. So she's a famous pop singer, but I think she's more famous for her violin playing, and she does that on her songs too. And she actually plays the violin on Independence Day too. Very, very pretty song. And it's almost like another version of I Will Survive, kind of, but no, it's better than that. Well, not better, different. It's more about how a person takes their own independence into their hands, you know, because they, for so long, were letting everybody else, they were depending on everybody else for their feelings, for everything, and then they just realized that, hey, I have myself. I don't have to wait on anybody else for anything. I can depend on myself, and I can get these things for myself. And realizing that is that person's Independence Day. Very, very nice song. It has a very medium type tempo to it. Tap your feet type tempo. Yeah. So it's a really good one. Now this next song is from track number 10, When I See You Smile. And this is done by Uncle Sam. And a lot of people may know Uncle Sam. He's a famous R&B singer. He was introduced by Boyz II Men back in the day. And he did a song, I Don't Ever Want to See You Again, back in 1997 again, and it was pretty popular. I personally have never heard the song, but I've heard When I See You Smile. I've heard that song before, not only on this CD, but I've also heard it covered before by other singers. And it's just a really, really nice song. And basically, it's Uncle Sam singing to, you know, his love, saying that, you know, when I see you smile, everything is just so much better. It's so much brighter, so much beautiful. The smile on your face, and I love putting that smile on your face just for that reason. So it's a beautiful, and it's a slow ballad song, R&B tempo, but it's very, very beautiful. Alright, the next song, the last song, and this is one of my favorites too, track number 11, Follow Me Up by Keb Mo. Now, Keb Mo is a famous blues singer, musician, songwriter. He's won multiple Grammys, and he's been out for a very long time. I, again, like with Imani Coppola, I had never heard of Keb Mo before the CD, but after I listened to the CD, I went back and listened for some of his stuff, and he has a lot of stuff. He has stuff on YouTube, he has stuff on iTunes. I think he's actually touring right now. But he, can play, he can sing, he can write, and he has a very deep tenor-like voice, and he's singing like, follow me up, follow me up, follow me up on the narrow road. And it's basically talking about, that you think that the road is just for the best and the brightest, but the saints are just people that have made mistakes, but that are gotten back up from those mistakes. And he just describes them all. I've seen this person and that person, and not just a name, but who you would think that maybe shouldn't be going up the narrow road to heaven, but it is. And I think it's like one of the most soulful songs on the CD, just because it gets to the heart of when you have to listen to it. And his voice, like I said, is a deep tenor, so it just brings that out even more. Yeah, I said tenor, not baritone. It's somewhere in between that, baritone and tenor. It's very, very soulful. I love it. You can tell he's a blues singer by listening to that song. And he kind of like speaks a little and sings a little on it. Very soulful song. I think you'll like it. And just by listening to that list there, you can see that this CD soundtrack has multiple genres in it. You got your country, you got your R&B, you got your blues, you got your pop. There's a bit of everything in there. And some dance tunes. Not necessarily dance like, bust a move dance, but definitely dance like tap your feet, nod your head, snap your fingers type dance. And yeah, upbeat songs, slow songs, very, very, lot of cool stuff. I think that anybody that gets this CD will love it. It came out back in, around the time of that of course the show itself was on in 1998. The show itself debuted in 1998. The CD came on the show debuted in 1994, and the CD came out in 1998. And this was around the time that there weren't a lot of soundtracks for television shows. Like back in the early 2000s, everybody was doing it. Pretty much you had like the soundtracks for different television shows because a lot of the music was playing. But when this came out, it wasn't really that popular at the time. So they were kind of like one of the trailblazers that started that. And so I suggest you go out and get it if you haven't gotten it. It's on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon. You probably get it on iTunes too, and select the songs. But I think you should get all of them. There's not one song on here that's bad. I can tell you that now. And even if you don't like listening to all genres of music, I suggest you give them all a chance because they are just muy bueno. I'll say that, muy bueno. Alright, well that is my selection for today, and I hope you like it. If you have another soundtrack you think that would be better, or that you've reviewed that you like, go ahead and let me know down at the bottom of the screen, and I will see you next time.